What's up everybody and welcome to another video. In today's video, I hate shorts, but not the clothing. Well, I also hate the clothing shorts. You'll never catch me in shorts, but I hate YouTube shorts and TikTok and Instagram Reels and all that stuff. I just don't like them. And today we're going to talk about why, and also why I still have to make them anyways. Even though I don't like it, I still have to actually participate in it, and that kind of sucks to a degree, but we're trying to make the best of it and trying to make the best ones we can. So, to get into all of that, because I feel like that's a lot to unpack, first I want to talk about what shorts are and like how they differ from regular videos, right? So the whole point of TikTok alikes is different even from the first idea of Vine, right? On Vine was just a shorter form of video similar to YouTube, but it had more of a sort of directionality to it, where it was like, oh yeah, it's more about the algorithm and like the ideas behind that, but you could still search for things, you could search for creators, you could find videos you wanted. Whereas on TikTok, the whole point of it, and TikTok alikes really, is that there is not really a search option that's super useful. Most of the titles of TikToks don't have anything to do with what's actually happening in the TikTok. And mostly they're just fed to you based off of an algorithm. You're just supposed to keep swiping and swiping and swiping and swiping and just going and like watching videos, and then like hopefully you'll find something that's interesting to you and or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just find it kind of weird because the way that I've always consumed content has been through stuff like YouTube, where I'm watching videos with, you know, creators that I subscribe to, or I'm searching a specific topic with tutorials and I'm trying to learn something or whatever. There's a million different reasons that I might look for something on YouTube, but when it comes to that style of content, it's normally something that I am seeking out specifically, right? So yeah, that's my first qualm with it. But then I realized that my second qualm was, it kind of came to me the other day while we were working on YouTube Shorts. Because here's the thing. YouTube Shorts are something that you just kind of have to do now as a creator. And so it's something that we're working on adding to our regimen of stuff. Because YouTube has set it up so that the algorithm highly favors shorts, and their low watch time means that it's very easy to distribute them to a very wide audience. And so part of the idea is hopefully that if we make, you know, shorts that are entertaining and educational enough that people will watch them, and then it will spread more, and then, you know, our internal audience will become larger. And I think there are merits to the format, right? Like, I can come up with ideas, like I already did on this channel, where I released a short that was about how to tighten your balisong pivots without actually stripping them, right? And I think that was a very important short, and that was an idea that I had, and I was like, oh, I need to let people know about this, and so I released that short. But here's the thing, right? The problem that I realized is even if I put a bunch of work into coming up with good ideas for shorts, like talking about the history of balisong, or like the stuff that makes certain things important, or like different tricks and tips on like how to tune your balisong or whatnot, the problem is the delivery method for shorts is still mostly random. So the whole point is that you're swiping through your algorithm and then you get matched with a video that maybe you'll enjoy. And so the problem is the content that we're creating doesn't even cater to that, because the whole point of making a video that's like, oh yeah, here's a quick tip on how to tune your balisong, the whole idea behind that would be somebody looking up, how do I tune my balisong, and then getting that video and being like, oh wow, now I've learned, right? And if they can't search for it, then what's the point? Like, if you already know how to tune your balisong, and then it just feeds you this random video that's like, here's how to tune your balisong, then it won't matter to you. And if you do, I don't know. It's like, to me, it's just like, how are you going to actually find the content that we're creating if it's made specifically to like answer a question, or like, you know, teach someone something that they might need to know, but we have no way of knowing if the person that's receiving the content actually needs to know it. I don't know. It's a lot to think about, and it has me kind of thrown through a loop in terms of frustration. I'm kind of like racking my head, like, should we be putting tons and tons of effort into these videos that people will potentially see but not even really like or appreciate because they were just delivered it by an algorithm and they don't actually care about Balisongs at all. Like if I spent multiple hours researching the history of butterfly knives so that I had a much better grasp on how they came to be, but is that video going to be interesting to the random audience that finds it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And so, I don't know, man. YouTube Shorts just kind of have me hot and bothered in a weird way. And I think the other thing behind that, too, is with YouTube and my creative process, the way that it's always worked is I grew up watching YouTube, right? So I understand it very deeply. It's been a big part of my childhood and like learning about the way the internet works and stuff. I really like YouTube as a platform. And what I realized, I think, is that like when I make a video on YouTube, any of these videos that I create, they all start out with a vision. Okay, so when I am like, oh yeah, we're gonna create a review of the of whatever, okay? Any of our reviews that we've created, I almost always have some kind of vision of what I want that review to be like before I even write the script. I already have a whole idea in my head of what this video is probably going to turn out like, okay? And I have an idea of like how we're gonna get the style of the video and how I want it to feel and the kind of footage we're gonna need and how I should write it and the comedy style. You know, these are all things that I think about and that like come to me, and I have ideas that are like very concrete, and I have good like vision of what I'm about to create on YouTube. But with YouTube Shorts, I sat down and I wrote the script for 5 different shorts the other day, and when I was done writing the script for all 5 of them, I had to like sit down and take a break because I realized it was exhausting, because I hated what I was doing, because I realized that even though I was writing the script for these things, I had no idea what they were going to end up like. I had no clue what the final video was going to be like because of the fact that I just don't watch these things. Like, I don't like the format, I don't like the delivery method, I like having control of how I see stuff, and so I don't watch TikToks, and I don't watch YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. And so I realized, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm making, dude. You know, I've been watching more and more YouTube Shorts and stuff to, like, do research for this issue, but I don't even know what I'm making at this point. And so it sucked to kind of have to sit there and like write these things and realize that I don't even like what I'm doing. Even though I'm proud of the ideas and the content, I can't visualize what I'm about to create, and that's scary for me. And so that was just a very interesting problem that I kind of had to solve and like, you know, work on. So I'm still in the middle of working on it. I guess the other problem for me, and I talked to Brandon about this extensively, is just I kind of view YouTube Shorts as like, or just TikTok style shorts in general as like the antithesis of, you know, the creator economy, where the creator economy already has its problems, and then the shorts economy is even worse because it's like it just encourages random stuff that doesn't really make any sense, and it's like gambling, you know? Like, so when I was talking to Brandon about this and how it kind of like coincides with it being a capitalist hellscape, is they've essentially made it where you, when you open the app, are literally playing with a slot machine where you're just scrolling through, you know, video after video, waiting for that dopamine hit. You're just waiting for the algorithm to get it right so that you get a good video, and then the dopamine rush happens, and then you keep scrolling. And it's literally like playing a slot machine, where you're just playing the slot machine until you get that dopamine rush, and then you're continuing to do it, and you're just swiping and swiping and swiping, and you're going deeper into this hole of just random content that the algorithm is throwing at you. And the algorithm is simply designed to take users that like similar things and then show them similar content. So it's like, it's literally not even paying attention to what's actually being said in the video or anything like that. What's happening is it's just taking what people have made and then who's liked that, and if the people that like what you like also liked this other thing, then maybe it'll show you this other thing, and hopefully you'll like that. And that's how the algorithm works. And so it's just like a slot machine that you're scrolling through, And it makes me depressed because it's like kind of gross in my opinion. I don't know. It's just weird, and it's a lot to think about. And yeah, that's kind of the thick and thin of it. I know this has been another like really long one where I'm just ranting on and on continuously about like nothing. But yeah, there's some people over there playing a really cool game of tag, by the way. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. I'm hopeful that like the content we create is something that I can end up being proud of, and like, you know, glad that I'm able to do the shorts. And maybe as we create it, I'll get better at, you know, visualizing it, and maybe I'll like it more. I don't know. But for now, it just kind of weirds me out the way that all of media seems to be going towards this like lower and lower attention span, gambling style of content delivery, instead of, you know, stuff that you actually get to seek out and curate yourself and find, you know, new stuff through that kind of stuff. I don't know. Anyways, that's probably enough of me talking for this one. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do like this style of content, please let me know why. I'd love to, you know, hear from people like that. If you don't like this style of content, I'd also like to hear why, especially if you have slightly different opinions than I do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Peace.